How can a nation under God continue to exist when global institutions seek to become the highest authority? From a biblical perspective, Talbot's vision of a global nation echoes a much older story, the story of Babel. In Genesis 11, 1 through 9, the people of the earth said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the whole earth." In other words, humanity, united under one language, one plan, and one government, sought to reach the heavens by its own means. But God saw their unity as dangerous, and he scattered them, confusing their language and halting their centralized rebellion. The Tower of Babel is not just an ancient myth, it is a prophetic warning. Every time mankind attempts to build a global order apart from God, it leads to rebellion, tyranny, and ultimately judgment. Revelation 13 describes a future global empire ruled by the beast, a political leader who exercises control over every nation, tribe, and language. Under his rule, people are required to receive a mark to buy or sell, an unprecedented system of centralized global control. What Talbot promotes as utopia, Scripture identifies as the foundation for the Antichrist's kingdom. Talbot's idea of surrendering national sovereignty to a global power may be framed in the language of peace and cooperation, but it mirrors the biblical pattern of centralized human authority that ultimately opposes God's design. Christ himself warned in Matthew 24 that false messiahs, wars, and lawlessness would increase in the end times, and that a great deception would sweep across the world. The desire for global unity will be a key part of that deception. Nations are not accidental. Acts 17:26 says, "From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands." God established nations with borders, languages, and distinctions for a reason: to restrain evil, to maintain order, and to prevent the kind of centralized corruption that absolute global power invites. What makes Talbot's book even more significant is its influence.